tough. We never get enough. The Lord is near and the Lord is near and yes, He must be near and things sometimes so rough. Dirty gets so tough. We never get enough. The Lord is near and He must be near and what we are gonna do? Money can't help you. Rich man I feel it too. The Lord is near and He must be near and oh yeah. This is the strong is precious. If you have strong faith, you will stay alive. If you live with love, you shall survive. If you have strong faith, you must stay alive.
Every day I give praise to the Most High. Watch over I.
Related to love, related to life, related to war, related to death. Cast them in the fire so they never got burned. Yeah. Said you cast them in the fire so they never got burned. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, as I would say. We go to Babylon. Then we sing Addis Ababa. Yeah. We go to Babylon.
Every day I give praise to the Most High. Watch over I.
Related to love, related to life, related to war, related to death. Cast them in the fire so they never got burned. Yeah. Said you cast them in the fire so they never got burned. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, as I would say. We go to Babylon. Then we sing Addis Ababa. Yeah. We go to Babylon. And we sing in Ethiopia. See, they're talking about who's gonna die next. Say the white man has got a God complex. If we black, he's a black. He's a black, black, black. Say loud. If we black, he's a black. Black on black. Why can't we learn to live and love each other? Why can't we live with one another like sisters and brothers, I would say? Yeah. Can't you see the time we live within? Can't you see the ages we live within, as I would say? Why can't black brethren learn to bite up and live with reasoning? Yeah. We black, it's a black. It's a black, black, black. Black on black. Shame you got no one to blame, as I will tell you. Got no one to blame, as I will say. Jamaican sound. It's a sound of reality.
Greetings, we're there with you. Things and times. For those of you who did not know and don't know, a Bunny Wailer, a big youth, and Bunny Wailer is in. Okay.
Not every day is gonna be the same day.
Oh no!
And every day we are one day near.
Oh yeah, yeah! Quick you show, daddy. See you gotta be on the go. See about it, you never know. Jump and shout and jump for joy, I tell you. I can't do the feeling I tell you about it's true. And it's the world. So, what's
Not
it done?
every
What's it
man
done?
can find a good woman.
Tell him what to say.
And every woman can find a good man.
Good God, music and soul. Oh yeah!
It's true, true, true.
Take off your shoes and let yourself on the go. Say about it, you never know. Yeah! Do it, baby. Working job.
Not every man can find a good
Tell
woman.
about it one time.
Not every woman can find a
Get
good
my baby, I
man.
said. According to the field, is the world that is true, like I would say. Yeah, yeah. Baby, be cool. And be keen and don't be no jello bean. Tell about it. Oh, yeah. It's the world not killing working job. Wanna do it.
Yes. So you know, say our daddy right that. Because we do our thing different. You understand me? Yeah, serious thing.
Every day I give praise to the Most High. Watch over, watch.
You and your smiling face doesn't mean a thing to me.
Flashing my whip. You gotta move, you gotta move. I'm here to separate the soul from the wax. Good God.
After knowing you as much as he's gonna leave you just like I did.
So you can go to the wicked people and get yourself a ticket. Smile a while and give your face a rest. Raise your hands to the ones who love the best. Maybe I can do the rest. And I will do the rest, I say. Yeah, yeah. Good God. Flashing my whip, I say.
But after knowing you, I had to run. 'Cause it's only a smile you've got.
Bam, chitty, bam, chitty, bam. 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 Bam, chitty, bam, chitty, bam.
The smile you were smiling with would excite to me so much that I had a feeling I never had before.
So put the smile down your face. But if you fall on the way, you'll be no disgrace. I tell you, get up, baby, and move, 'cause I'm flashing my whip.
'Cause it's only
You can take a musical tip.
a smile you got.
Yeah.
'Cause it's only
You got the musical shock attack. Shock it,
a
baby.
smile you got.
Every day I give praise to the Most High.
But them can't kill the Rasta man at all. Them can't kill the Rasta man at all. That's the strangest man I've seen. That's because he's a Rasta man, having the mark of a Nazarene. That's because he's a Rasta man. He carries a prophetical message. That's because he's a Rasta man. Warning out the time and out of day. That's because he's a Rasta man. The Rasta come from Zion, Rasta man a lion. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Drink. Rasta come from Zion, Rasta man a lion. Him Irie, a Rasta man. Remember Jeremiah, children. He was a Rasta man. Or even Isaiah. He was a Rasta man. Moses in the pit of mud. He was a Rasta man. Trotting from Bozrah with his garment dipped in blood. He was a Rasta man. Oh, Dre, all I want. The Rasta man come from Zion. What a strange, what a dream, what a righteous right. The Rasta man come from Zion. What a dream, come full one. The Rasta man come from Zion. What a dream, black, dreadlock one. The Rasta man come from Zion. Lightning.
years of famine for 7 years of plenty. It's like 2 grains of wheat for 1 bale of barley. A handful of corn shall be on the hillside. And with that you've got to be satisfied. It was Elijah who prayed that it did not rain. He was a Rastaman. He prayed and the rains came again. He was a Rastaman. It was Joshua who commanded the sun stand still. He was a Rastaman. He did that according to his master's will. He was a Rastaman. What a dream, all I want. The Rastaman come from Zion. What a strange, what a dream, put a full. The Rastaman come from Zion. What a black dream, full one. The Rastaman come from Zion. That's strange, dreadlock one. The Rastaman come from Zion. Oh, what a dream.
Every day I give praise to the Most High. Watch over.
This is the cry of a people who were robbed and raped from their homeland and their loved ones. A people stripped of their culture, their dignity, their liberty, and their rights. And by the cruel and presumptuous hands of the colonial and imperialistic slavers, were carved into the West, where for over 400 years they have toiled and labored, and with their blood, their sweat and tears and hands, they have built the great city of Babylon, only to be paid with the wages of the taskmaster's quick torture and death. Whoa, yeah. This is my history. Whoa, yeah. We've been down in the valley much too long. We've been down in captivity oh so long. We've been down in humility much too long. We've been down in a slavery oh so long. But we are gonna rise and shine and be all liberation. For now's the time when all nations must be free. So rise and shine, restore your strength and power. Waste no more time, remember your history. Whoa,
We've been down in the valley much too long. We've been down in captivity oh so long. We've been down in a slavery much too long. We've been down in humility oh so long, but we're gonna rise and shine and win our liberation. For now's the time when all nations must be free. Rise and shine, restore your strength and power. Waste no more time. Remember your history. Yes, we're gonna rise and shine as the morning sun that surrounds you. It's international. Meet me by the river someday. Meet me by the river someday. Meet me by the river, not far away. Happy, happy, oh, Jack is taking me along. It's taking all the weak and it's taking all the strong. Meet me by the river someday. Papa friend, you will be going to Holy Mount Zion. Papa Rocky will be going to the promised land. Hey, happy, happy, oh, Jack.
Yes, Adam tune Uri bring to the world. King Stargraph. See it? So just letting off 1 and 2 shots from King Stargraph. And then Thursday, we go let off some from Inspector Willie, King Stargraph, Uri Sound. So the man who hear me now, they go check themselves, you know what I mean? Because you're wreck.
Oh, Mama Land, here I come. Come to free up all my people from brutality and slavery, Lord. Say Africa, here I come. If me no get me land, then you go bust me gun. Cause you've been living in my land for oh so long, Lord. The freedom of my people is in your hand, yes. Living in a desired dispensation.
Yes. So I wake the town and tell the people, Africa is still crying. Africa is weeping and mourning. Africa's soil. You see? So if some people have watched the propaganda and really not look at the people them, and now we have many of the young people them in the music and running all across the world, especially America, and then they on the television as well. You may be thinking things nice. No, it's not. It's an illusion. When we was growing up, this country here show Africa in a most despicable manner. So we will never think of Africa. And them show you all Biafra with its children them suffering and from malnutrition and so on. And during those times, me and my fiance, we pledged that we're going to set up clinics in Nigeria and Ghana. So said, so done by her up to this day and time. From 1974, 75, 74, 73, 74, she established them. From that time till this time. So may God Almighty bless her, continue to bless her, and bless all of those participants that leave this place here, United Kingdom, 3 months shifts and so on. Nurses, proper things, you know. No deggy rubbish. No dancehall, no safari, beach dance and all them idiotic nonsense. You understand? Because you have a set of people that talk Africa and all them do is go to Africa and have raves. And them brethren them are some people them know that is doing good things. Them kind of mask themselves in that. So people generally feel say them are do something proper. A lie. They are leeches. Them use Africa just like the white man used the Caribbean in tourism. See? That's the most despicable nonsense that goes on. So when someone like me now go say, well, hear what now, what the man that was doing all in the 60s, right now, him not do that, him not do it within the charity thing, and I collect enough money and so forth to fuel them things that they're into. But Africa is one of the most deprived continent and peoples on this earth. And it's the richest landmass on this earth that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty, put here. But with all that resource, it don't work for its residents, its general population. Now that's, we in the diaspora, are those things we should be, I think we should be monitoring and come up with some solution and even support for proper governance. See? Okay. Did I say that though? Proper governance. You understand? Because many of us in the diaspora, we have learned. Maybe we're not in the House of Parliament or in the House of Commons. That not graduate you. But we understand and been understanding for so long. So our contributions to social science and infrastructure development should be something that we invest within Africa and its people. But since we have not structuralized our infrastructure in England for ourselves, that means we're not confident. That's what that shows. We're not confident. We're not sure anymore. How did racism knock through my door? You understand me? Okay. So we need to change. We need to change. We need to change quick, sharp our thought process. And what it is that we can do as individual. It'd be great if it's collective as individual, no matter how small it is, to anyone, it would be effective and it's essential. It would, and people be so grateful for our contributions. that sets it up for tomorrow's tomorrow, our children and grandchildren. That's what that will do. But if we don't have that interest, desire, aspiration, then it's just a talk thing. And then we would linger on reflection of what was, that some of us are basically dramatizing without clarity. Because in many cases, some of the things we say about Africa, are not so. You know what I mean? But there's nothing wrong with us wanting these good things and all these. But many of the things are not go so at all. You understand? What was this? The Europeans them come and destabilize the continent, and them continue to do that. And when them took us, our ancestors, out to the continent as slaves, and met we into slaves, there were so many prongs. When I talk about the roughneck them that got involved in the business of slavery, the structured country them, they knew precisely what they were doing, what they were intending to do, and so on. 'Cause look at what happened to our parents over some centuries, little more. Them corral we and bring us to England after they had their war to help them rebuild their infrastructure of this country. This is very important to reflect upon. If we weren't able, if we didn't have no sensibility, if we didn't have the capability and true potential, they would not require us here. Now, when them first have we in the Caribbean, it was plantation, it was crops, cane, you name it, that was it. We were like the donkey and the jackass mule, our work, land. But those same people saw potential, the real ability in many of us. Even though many were rebellious, they had a structure, a strategy on how to diffuse that over the years and the centuries. And this is England. So when them bring we here to help them rebuild and then put us in different areas for the redevelopment of the country, it wasn't some slave people. Yes, we were, but there were some skillful people that they chose from the Caribbean and bring here. What's this boiling up to? Them took intelligent people also out of the continent, that capture people, slave thing. But what is gone on up to now is that so many hundreds of thousands were Muslims I have to throw that there because it's true, it's factual. And Muslims had institutions of things called learning on the continent. Stop being so ignorant and prejudiced of ourselves. And you all know that to be factual, but you dismiss it because of your theological training and your prejudice through that training against ourselves. And then you poison your lips and your voice box and scream Arabism. Now, who did that? The same white man that we live within and around. I am do that. We never did that on our own volition. We have followed someone and we have said what them want we to say. And at the same time, those who are saying what them want you to say, you have been captivated by their thing. Isn't that very funny? Isn't that strange? And now today, or the last 20-something years, you hear some people, them a shout, scream, say they want traditional African Ogun and this and that. Anytime them use the word traditional African, and them don't know of anything, and the one thing that them can say, Muslim or Islam, it don't even come into them tongue. Why is that? And them want the Ogun, they want this, that, and so forth. And the only thing that's happened in my lifetime is that there's no scholarly individuals that can turn around and tell them, say, what these things have accomplished and how them actually work. But there are people, you know, here and there that will tell you for do this and for do that. And then a candle, you know what I mean? It always has some kind of white flavoring. But it's mysticism. Capture a woman, capture money, and capture land and entrap people. It's all of these little things. Whether you want to call it the sideshow or not, it's all them little things. Somebody's child or family is moving and yours are not moving, and you go get some kind of something to hold them down while you try to get something now to raise up your child. We are deal with. You try capture what that people them have and give them something now, put something on them to suppress them while you thief what you think has made them prosperous. A them type of foolishness. Yeah, them type of foolishness. And then a man see a woman and him want this woman and them go see these people and them throw the bone and this and that and give him something for put in her path so she can walk on it or eat it or some rubbish. And him supposed to win the heart. Not the love, you know, the heart the attention, the attraction of this woman. This is mysticism and foolishness. But yet still, these are things that we endeavor within. But how you going to use that and kick Islam to the curb? I try to anyway. It's nonsensical. And now today, things have become so ripe, and the West is trying to dirty all across the world Muslims. And now they're working on Africa, and they're going to try dirty Muslims on the continent to keep you all within your theological thinking and living and detraction. It's amazing when you see a black man from the Caribbean, I tell you, say that Christianity did there in Africa, it been in Africa, it originated there in Africa, and they went to school right here. They went to school right here. And if they did secondary school history, they know that's not true. So why do they insist and persist in that type of discourse? Some of them get paid, some of them want to be pastors. And some of them are just right damn stupid. Total ignorance. Total ignorance. And they use the word Christianity. And all those names. And that book and all these things that's with the Paul and this body and that body. Nothing reflects the continent of Africa. That's just one sideshow. And the name was originated by the Romans, the Caucasian them. That's why it's not good when some Muslims who call themselves, say them a scholar, become apologists and use the same terminology. So everybody's a fool, not according to me. And there's nothing wrong being a fool, because that's how you should learn. You understand? The issue is, do we graduate? You understand? That's the issue. And how much people do fault finding? And how much people work on a critical analysis? And how much people can remove their ego from scientific history? Okay, his story, okay, all of that. But that which was before me, that legacy that was there before me and was there in the time of my great-grandparents and so on and so on. You understand? But what did the Englishman tell us? Many of us in academia, that Africa didn't have any literature, they just had oral exchange. And we fell for that. Because we don't know no different. And that's those of us who, of our parents, who were persistent and insisted on having African literature. Now, we not talk the James Baldwin and this body and that body, no. We talk Africa. So them just tell them that it was oral exchange. But you see, when we grew up now, and we go to school and go to college and go to university, we find out so that Cambridge Press and Cambridge University and Oxford have so much of African literature. That was the change. But that's not what my mommy and daddy them get. That's what their children got. Some of us. Now, are we going to disseminate? How did we go about disseminating that information? We couldn't. We tell we one another, tell we friend, and try motivate and encourage we friend for come see. Yes. Why was that? Because we don't have an institution of our own. So what become knowing to one and two of us was never knowing to a multitude, a great number, our population of us. Because we have an institution. And them time, the most people now believe you. They want proof. They want evidence. They want something tangible. They want to see it. They want to smell it. They want to know, is it actually coming from the continent? Come on, man, show me. And sometimes we get a book from the library and show them, and through the book is written by some Caucasian. Them say, a rubbish man. I thought you say you have some authentic African scholarly work. And then we have to tell them, say, listen, this is the only thing them will allow way for bring out. So you have to come and see. Now these things took months, sometimes them take years. Not to bring the book out, but to convince your brethren and your sisterin and your close compatriots them that you grew with, went to school with, eat food with, and so forth. And we've all experienced these things. The greater portion of literature that we had in a way were things coming from America that were written by our African American brothers, and some things coming from the Caribbean and so on. And at that we were digging for. But that is what have helped us, grown us, matured us as well. But we never had the African knowledge, the African history, the African scrolls, the African text to raise us up so we can have an independent within ourselves and our culture and our realization and fuel our understandings. We never had that. What we had was European knowledge, European experiences, European wars, European everything, European fear, European nightmare, European dreams. You know how much essays we wrote, all of us? And to do that, you have to do so much research. So when you hear me I drop the word theological education, don't say that damn fool, because we all been there. All of academia was researching Europeans. And so much of us know all about the Saxons and the Tudors. Yes. all about the Cornwells and the Henrys and the Charles and the Anne Boleyns. We know these things. We know these things more than we know any part of Africa that we just hear about yesterday. Nigeria, Ghana, and so forth. A lie? Very much true. Until we come to accept all these things and make a conscious decision to change that mental appetite that was awarded or given to us, nothing for us is going to change. Because we have some wicked sellouts in our midst. Some of them jump on off from a bandwagon, like know them say, a woman's month or a woman's whatever. And black woman, woman of this earth, my original mother, never needed a day of them honor that God Almighty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give them and give we, the man, the child, long time. Now we are joining these people and all this feminist stuff, all these things. And then we want to turn it round, spin it round, and make it into something that we say is suitable for us. No, star. That's where we're so weak. That's where we're so weak. We know about the suffragettes movement. We know about women, the oppression of women among them. And Africa had leaders, female leaders and female warriors. It's when the white man took those things away and man them become the absolute, we lost. Now some of you are saying, yeah, we want the balance. We can work with that. And then when we introduce us into that balance, them say, no, man, I don't want no Arab man and Arab thing. And then when they go look at the history now of these women and these nations across the continent, you see, say that some of them, most of them women, Muslim woman, a Muslim woman, Islamic woman, from an Islamic father. Yes. Total cooperation. Enough honor and respect and dignity and morality. Oh yes. And anybody step out of order. Enough beatings. But when I not like that, when I say, come Jesus, die for us and give us salvation. Yeah, joke. You spin the thing the wrong way. Yeah. You not look upon yourself properly. You make some people come and show you say it's better to follow Anne Boleyn. Yeah, joke, man. And all those times these people are burning people at the stake. You understand? And then you have this Joan of Arc. You see? A lot of you say, wait, how you know that? No, it's not how me know that. It's how you know that. All of us know that. Some of you now remember. But saying someone says something now, you say, yeah, that's what's her name, Joan of Arc. Right? Masculine. Fighting as a serious warrior. And then somebody says something and the whole thing got found out that this warrior is a female. This is Europe, you know. I'm telling you. That we have all them years, the women them had all them years of oppression. And you had so much movements until the suffragettes movement was born. And that left here and go America with the Puritans and the Quakers and then go across Scandinavia. And these women wanted to be honored and respected. This is the decadence of Europeans. And now we are give rise to that and then want to come create a history within us for that. And then we have all this feminism and all these things. Come on, man, let's wake up and stop the foolishness. Because a foolishness, I don't know how we get in these things and get so far, so deep in a them thing there.
And a mother has been shot down, cold-blooded in the streets. I've had enough.
How much of our children has been told how England was when them grandparents them was here? In the very early 60s, even up to the 50s, coming into the 60s. How much of them know? How much of them know the condition? How much of them know the hostility, the real hostility? How much of them know the climate? How much of them know that? These things are not being revealed and not being written and portrayed properly to our people. So we will continue to be the same and continue to gurgitate and not to move forward, because our critical thinking and our analysis tells us that we need to progress. Yes. And continue, because it's the order of science of life, to transition. While they're transitioning, continue structuralizing, we remain the same. This covert thing are going, people are get sick, people are dead, people is frightened, people are suffering from mental health problems, people are bankrupted now, suffering financially, psychologically, and otherwise. But the host nation is transitioning as per normal, structuralizing as per normal, moving as per normal, and speaking of economics as per normal. Capitalism is thriving as per normal, and police is getting active as per normal. Where are we in the scheme of things with our children? We're in a bad shape. Where we know that are suffering from mental trauma, where we know that need financial support and aid, where we wait for them forgive it. Where are we getting medical advice and information? We're waiting for them to tell us. See, so it is not to say that we are talk over ESO and we're not realizing and we're trying to confuse people. Anybody that think that means he is a sellout. And you're not a sellout for me. You're a sellout for yourself. For yourself, totally. You understand? And there's too much of us like that. Because when I think money, I never see a person who's sick bad, you know, and them say, bring the money from the bank, come give me. And that I got get me better. I never say that yet. There's a man, one of the richest man in this world, Howard Hughes. Him have enough money, you know. And then him start get frightened for life. And him quarantine himself, him have tissue, cotton wool, all kind of thing, you know. And him create this what do you call it thing for ear? Air conditioner and also something they filter in the ear and everything, you know. Cause him value life and he wants to stay in life. But him money couldn't give him that, and him know that. Hey, the man have money. An intelligent man too. And him gone. And in business, his corporations, his industry, and all them money there is somewhere, but him gone. And the same thing happened to Pharaoh and all those skillful people that was challenging God Almighty. Yeah, joke. Yeah, stop this nonsense and get real.
Look into my life, tell me what you see. It might not be just what it seems. Look into my hopes, look into my dreams. Is it clear enough for you to see? Although the days and nights might not be perfect, I am not complete. My progress is my process, and I will make it where I wanna be. You try to cut me out and try to put me down. Don't wanna hear negativity in your sound. My progress is my process, and I will make it where I wanna be. No doubt, no reason for me to stop now. I'm going, 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 going. I got no doubt. No, you can't take me out. There's no reason for me to stop now. I'm going, 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 going. I'm the only one that can take control of my destiny, and I will do everything I can, so I'll be really sure that what I want I'll never lose. My mind is focused right there on a vision I can clearly see. My progress is my process, and I will make it where I wanna be. No doubt, no reason for me to stop now. I'm going, 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 going. No, you can't take me out. There's no reason for me to stop now. I'm going, going, going. Look into my life, tell me what you see. It might not be just what it seems. Look into my hopes, look into my dreams. Is it clear enough for you to see? Although the days and nights might not be perfect, I am not complete. My progress is my process, and I will make it where I wanna be. Try to cut me out and try to put me down.
Yeah. This one is a black upliftment. Uprising for the mind and soul. Expression. The world needs shaking up, cause the people aren't waking up. Is it someone supernatural that's waiting for? When the power that's within is truly yours, the fittest will survive and the strong will endure. The youth them not gonna eat up certain things anymore. Babylon, your propaganda just start to soar. The teachings of the African kings you ignore. Just brace yourself.
You see what I mean? That's why I keep telling you. We're sensible about, you know. We're not big head. We're head can't big no more. The way God created and we mother hatch we out can't get big no more. You mean say that we're too goddamn feisty Okay. So if we're so feisty and you recognize that we're feisty, that means say that you are not courageous. That's what it means. See? The flip side of that means you're not courageous. See? You're not. You have to accept it. Get on board. Now, have you got faith? Yes, you understand? And that's a deep piece of writing that, you know. I tell you.
Though the journey seems so long, yeah, we know this battle must be won, yeah. And though sometimes they treat us wrong, yeah, by faith we know we'll be strong, yeah. 'Cause when the saints go marching, and my sisters will be there, yeah, yeah. 'Cause soon the road will call up yonder, and I know the time is near, yeah. Just gone to prepare a place wherever he is, then we may be. Once
we are a very, very spiritual people lacking coordination. Listen, yo, the George Floyd case started from Monday to the Tuesday. I'm going to tell you something about that, you know, but that is started. So hear this.
Apocalyptic looking seasons. This is a movie we are zombies. You'll see reflection of myself from my window open. Then one day I will hold your hand like I used to do. In this year, unprecedented time. Whoa, whoa, yeah. You gotta be strong in your mind.
There's nothing in this world that we haven't done. See, I tell you, we know. But see, coordination, that's the problem. The man's skills, his strength is to divide us. When him divide us, him weaken us. Once him weaken us, him can start distract us. You understand? And that's what's been happening for far, 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 far too long. And that's what happens with us. Some people go get a BA and a MA and a PhD and all these things. And them can't sort out nothing enough with them institution of life with them family. You understand? And they stay there to do earn money. And the swiftest thing that them could do is help humanity, which is themselves first and then us. You see, as a people, our culture and everything. And them we feel to do those things. You understand? We want a posh car, we want a lot of money and all kind of something there. And then life not forward and depend on those things, you know. Because when sickness reach you and death reach you, what is it that we are carrying? This journey here is to be enjoyed with a liberty, with a full expectation that when we pass, we transit, we'll go back to the Creator. And we'll go back to the Creator with confidence. Because if we now live the life in a confidence, and we live the life in a Babylon, lusting for all forms of things, that we don't understand the value of life. Right? So when the people are create all this havoc in a full life, and we know so we're not happy and everything, why are we so persistent in dealing with them? Rasta Chezidek, go on, my son. Build me up. And that's what we're good at. And we feel so we're smart and clever. And we're just fools. See? Because what we have accomplished through that man, is it? No. It's through our ability and our inquisitiveness. So we go and ascertain these degrees and this form of education and so on. And then we want to tell people, say we are Pan-Africanists and everything. And we haven't done a damn thing for ourselves, for our families, let alone yourself, and you chat still. And then when you talk, no, you want to say you have these degrees and everything. Masquerading with nonsense, because then I use it, it's not functional. You have the inability to make good use of the thing because it belongs to someone other than you. You attain it, but you can't make it be of value. You cannot. What it does, it shows you mammon. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. You can't stop it. Cannot stop it, man. It's not that them hurt me and I want other people them to feel like me. Nah. I had grandparents and I had a mother that made sure I have sensibility. Seeing, and this is my brethren, listen.
Yeah, it's true to nothing.
You think we was ramping? Eh? You think we are ramping? Yeah, joke with me, man. Al-Islam is coming in a different direction, talking to the people. Watch me. I tell you.
Yeah, it's
With no guns, no bombs, no nothing. Just the words and the guidance that the Prophet brought to this earth. And black man and other man them failed to use the thing. Sudan failed to use the thing. Arabia failed to use the thing. They all failed, man. And then some of us say, oh, we recognize Muhammad Osman Donfodio and Aisha. A lie. He can't be acknowledging, and he can't be acknowledging Timbuktu. No. When I European minded, check it.
yeah, it's true to nothing but the truth. Yeah. Oh. Run, run, run. Revolution come. Run, run, run. Revolution come. Some of them want socialism. Some of them want capitalism. Some of them want communism. They all want all kind of evil. Run, run, run. Revolution a come. Run, run, run. Revolution a come. The press must free.
When a man say him have fame roots and his culture, you know, there's so much things him have to be defending as Rastafari. When a man say him is Muslim and everything, there's so much him have to defend as a Muslim. And not talk business. It's defend. See? So my first institution has been my family. See, there are people can talk and repeat and regurgitate what they have just learned or they have just read. No, to activate that and make it bear fruit is the catch. See? Now, if the Prophet did come and being a lecturer and can't bear no fruit, there won't be nothing called Al-Islam. There would be. There would be. But there won't be a Ummah Al-Islam. There won't. There will be just a whole heap of regurgitators. And exactly that the Europeans them wanted and appreciated of Islam. And that's what they have devised. So how the hell black man know, African man in the diaspora that come back to him ancestral root now want to be just like the theological ones them that go and call themselves Christian And then we're going to behave just like them. Under the disguise as Muslim. Star with this, we should be crucified. Listen.
Why should there be so much war? Mothers, fathers, and children perishing in this catastrophe. Done by the hands of men. The children crying for peace. Peace. The children shouting for peace. Yes. See them crying for peace. Peace.
Youth called Judas Canatafari, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala receive you, receive your soul and forgive you any faults that you have committed in this life. You understand me? So when I'm asked for, children are asking for peace. And if Al-Islam is peace, where is it? Listen.
Judge, your love is true, and I love him too, yeah. Judge, your love is true, and he loves you too, yeah. He said with faith you can move mountains. Come taste of his sweet fountain. He said with faith you can move mountains. Taste of his sweet fountain. Open your arms and let him come on in. He will stay with you only if you stay with him. His truth is everlasting in this great world of sin. He knows his children, all of them, from the very beginning. So, your love is true, and he loves you too, yeah. He said with faith you can move mountains. Taste of his sweet fountain. Your love is true, and I love him too, yeah. He said with faith you can move mountains. Come taste of his sweet fountain. Though you might be filthy and laden with sin, his mercy and truth, yeah, is everlasting. The prophets give the warning, so won't you heed the calling? Judge your kingdom, come on down.
Hear what him say? The prophet give the warning. So where we there? Yeah, where we there? A lecture. Leave it. Yo, Marcia, this is for you. Miss you Friday.
I'm missing you, girl. Missing you. Dry cry, even tears, even my heart cries. But who cares? Whose fault's no one but myself. Things do happen, words can't explain. Beyond the human reasoning, joy mixed with pain. People would spend time just for us to separate. They don't want to see us reach nowhere. Oh girl, and you know I care. Why does it have to be this way? Can't tell you go, can't tell you to stay. Oh, just one of those days. Just one of those days. Am I too humble or ignorant? Things began to find nothing seems important. Oh.
What she say? Play that at the Informer. Sorry that you missed me. Yeah, Marcia. Principal, I've rinsed out some tune and my body hurt me. And you're not there. Yeah. Chesley.
Yeah, moving forward, yeah, forward.
Now you see how that tune there now, right? That tune there is very political, and that tune is very important for us. You understand? And now the case start. And that the people they want, you know. The case has started, and that's what the people they want. The people they want for see it. I represent. Because if we're not representing that, what we are represent? The courtman them, the district attorney, people them, I say that George Floyd had narcotics. The judge asked, how come it takes 7 months for you to say, well, that in one of the police car, there were some narcotics that belonged to this man when Una did put him inside this vehicle. And then them say, them find 2 of the same something in a George car down there somewhere, the gear thing that in that panel. But them must say, well, the thing that them find, yes or no, it have a DNA match to him. The judge want to know why it takes 7 months. So what I must say is that him did get arrested before with some narcotics, and the same circumstances arrive again. Hence, why is the aggression had to be used? Hence, why them had to restrain him and rear from previous situation. Now, there's a big long time gap between that and this thing, you know, a 7 year. But you see what happens is, when the people them have depicted us as savages, they have no just vision, humanitarian value for black people. So instead of dealing, this is what this case is going to show, instead of dealing with what is at hand, them going to deal with showing the jury that this is not some cordial, saintly black man. This is a tyrant. This is a villain. We've experienced him before. So our officers them had a right to pursue him with vigor. Yes, this is where they're at. 7 months now. So now the whole thing is that when we heard them say that him had the coroner say them find some kind of narcotics in him system, the judge is saying that for the whatever them find, no one cannot say when this thing was in him system or not. So you see this little technicality and little talking is just to set the stage. It's to set the stage. This thing's gonna be nasty, I tell you. So instead of looking at the fact that him get grab up, move both on the street until the big bad man come. Cause that's what they did. Them all him, them guy there, first set, until the big bad boy come, cause somebody must contact him, and then he make him way across there. And then him take control of the situation. But him take control of George. That's what happened. Now them show them show a picture with somebody a point a gun at George. Now, this picture could be in the 7 years ago when he was arrested. It's not the picture of what happened last year. Because he was very coherent and they allegedly tell him to open him out, and whether it's chewing gum or what, there's a white dot resembling a tablet or a piece of chewing gum on him tongue. And they might use that to say, well, yo, this is the same man, you know. Now, I call principal and say, hey, yo, you see the thing me I watch here? The man face black. Right? And him mouth red. So he said, what? So I said, the thing that they're showing is being doctored. But there's a person on the passenger side with a gun in him and a point at him. I said, this is new. So by the time I listen to everything, this picture is from 7 years or something ago. So we're not going to get the enactment of what took place and what led to the murder of this man. We're going to get when him first style him underpants, when him first tell a police boy back off, we're going to get a whole heap of thing. This is America. Just like the new administration don't say a damn thing about racism, about the amendment to the Constitution, and about human rights and dignity for African Americans. It's not being charted at all so far. Yeah. So watch the space.
Hey, moving forward, yeah. Forward, march, march, till we get justice. March, 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 resist injustice. March, even if blood run, we will not back down. We keep on going. We keep holding on. We got no guns and no nuclear bombs, man. Unity make us strong, strong, strong. Why should we be silent while we are being down pressed? We must rise up on our feet and protest. March, march, till we get justice. March, 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 resist injustice. March, beatings and tear gas, rubber bullets and tasers, water cannon, still we are gallant. Live ammunition, still hold position, keep the resistance. No give up, we give thanks. We won't be silent children fight the same battle tomorrow. We must overcome to the powers of the Most High for the betterment of the children. March, march, till we get justice. March, 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 resist injustice. March, 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 till we get justice. March, 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 resist injustice. March.
See? Yeah, man. I saw we stay. So, those things are to be understood because they're there. We haven't changed anything. And all those people across the world that have been supporting and still are supporting across America and in Germany, particularly, you know, God bless you know. It's now to see what we, understand, and our counterparts there in the US will be doing. You know? Yeah. Because that problem needs to be understood and exercised correctly. You know? Yeah. So listen, Bunny.
Never knew that the time would come when every man's got to find where he does come from. Never knew that the time would come when every pig must find its big tree. Jump, little pigs, into your tree and say you are free. Say you are free. Say you are free. I've been rebuked and I've been scorned, rejected of men. Now I'm born to live in you. So won't you two, my loved ones, bring you wine with me? Let's live in love, in peace and harmony, and say we are free. Say we are free. Say we are free. In my big tree, there I wanna be, so safe and free. In my big tree, there I long to be, from all misery. In my big tree, there I wanna be, so safe and free. In my big tree, there I long to be, from all misery. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes, we will return to that on Thursday. But still, we have a track for gear, Arab Will, you know, a strong tune, and then we'll back it up with one from Pablo too. You see? Okay.
Never know the day will come when things get so hard. Enough of them take it for fun till end up at them front yard. World
crisis, it name world crisis. And everybody I wonder what kind of times this. World crisis, this is a world crisis. Biological war at its finest. So watch ya, me see hunger, me see poverty. People are lose them sanity. Corrupted police, we abuse them authority. Enough of them no give no justice to the minority. Some leaders them a scam, gone with the money in the name of charity. Riot one, it's a tragedy. We need to change up the strategy. We got to follow Martin Luther, Marcus Garvey philosophy. Diseases and viruses, them don't care about humanity. Them system now go work. Go tell them change them policy. Never know the day will come when things get so hard. Enough of them it fun till it end up at them front yard.
Seeing a reggae music. You try refuse it, you joke. You know what I mean? Culture progression, man. Every time. We not leave it, can't leave it, so we stop. Listen.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Here I am, leading to my brothers and my sisters for a better life. Oh, hey, there's no cause for us to live together every day. Oh, do you even say sorry, Magadag, turn around that sorry, pick coconuts, them brown on the outside and act white within.
See what I mean? And still I look at Jap and say that them are we brethren and sistering and all of that. Nah, them are waster. You understand? Take we round and round and round like we are play magical go round. You understand? Magic roundabout. Waste of time. Did I say waste of time? Wasting time.
Give another Israel a try. Give another Israel a try. Give another Israel a try. Let them make it even trouble. Give another Israel a try.
It's very strange that there's no black man out there a big up Abyssinia as in the people them and the Falashas as being Bonnie Israel. A very strange thing. Is it that them don't know the history or the legacy? Is it that them don't know nothing about Abyssinia more than Selassie? A strange thing that. And then the Muslim them not help them as well. What a strange thing. The Muslim, not the African black man Muslim in the diaspora, not helping them also. You see? And they are Bonnie Israel. And then them listen to Farrakhan still, and Farrakhan a paint a white man Jew. Him not paint Ethiopia. Him not paint Abyssinia. Him not deal with the Falashas, and him not deal with Bonnie Israel. And him not deal with the fact that him supposed to have some friction with these people them from Europe and these people that reside in America. Strange thing that, innit? Because y'all, we are not being thinking. We just feel good to say that we have someone for talk about something black. And they realize that they're also being receiving from the same Caucasian man. And they're doing his bidding. when my brothers and my sister, my family, them, is in Abyssinia, Bonny Israel. And the rest of them is on the continent. That we don't know where them there, but on the continent. But the real authentic 1000% is in Abyssinia, Ethiopia. And them know the languages and them have the scrolls and everything. And them look just like we. But you see, you buck up on a thing where them no scream out Christianity. But you have some Orthodox and you have some other people them there. And you have some people them that the Romans and the British colonized them. And them has said that. So I know it's a deep-rooted, well-trained prejudice that when I have against the truth. I mean this.
Give another Israel a try. Give another Israel a try. Give another Israel a try. Let them make it even flourish. Give another Israel a try. Give another Israel a try. Give another Israel a try. Let them make it even flourish. Some don't know the man. Some only hear of the man.
See? And that's the truth. So when we go search for Abyssinia, we just pick one person out of the place. And we not study around that. And then we sell it out for King James and Paul and Rome. That's some serious sickness that. And then you find your whole family right there, so. Your whole family right there, so. And the whole family right there, so means you find Al-Islam, Feasibilillah right there, so. You find everything that's authentic right there, so. Oh, yes. You think I joke. By the time you get round to it, it'll be too late.
Every knee shall bow,
Be-bo-bo.
and every tongue confess on that day when Jah shall come. Every knee shall bow, and every tongue confess on that day when Jah shall come. No more crying. No. I said there be no escape for what the wicked old man as I will say. Don't deal no sin, I see the whip them Jah. I saw me see, I see the whip them Jah. Bounce and every knee
ocean. Yeah, repatriation, and every day gonna bound. Sinner, 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 so is it? I saw me say, how you mean? Sinner, see right on ya. I saw me says I move on there. Hey. There will be no escape from all the wicked men. No wicked people. So don't see, I know wicked people. And every tongue must tell. And make them knee kind of bow right now, yeah. Sinners, right I know, yeah. Hey, and every knee gonna bow. Supposed to bow, yeah. Right now, you know.
See, true. Ghetto music, you can't refuse it. So we have enough for classroom. We have to start dealing with a thing called This Day on the continent of Africa and see what the Caucasians them were doing to us this day on the continent of Africa. See? So you see like all this day here, the British and the Dutch were battling. You understand? Yeah. They were battling for what them call South Africa. You see? Okay. And then there are different other places like Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, where the British again, you understand? They were beating up the Rhodesians. Yes. You see? And then you go all across to Gambia and you see the same thing. And in Ghana. So somebody will turn around and say, oh, them have so much people. Oh, what do you mean have so much people? Them had a thing called a gun. You understand? That was the big difference. them get all of this thing called gun. Right? And when I say gun, start learning about the gun and the British and that thing called a Gatling gun. You understand? And see what happened between Al-Kubelan and Sudan and see what happened. You see it? And then go and like see them innocent. So when you hear this young lady and her husband attack how they been traumatized and dislike, made to feel uncomfortable and everything. Don't take it for a joke, because we don't know, many of us know as a reality that, you understand? And these things are not supposed to come out in public places, but you're there with somebody, two rebel children that said, nah, we're not going to suffer in silence. And the question to be asked is, in light of that, what is going to happen? Since you're not suffering silent, which is good, but you tell it to the world, is the world going to help you? That is to be asked. Like, I can say, big up, but what's going to be the outcome? It's just like our talking. We want to change things. We want us to start realizing, because everybody are realizing, but we have to get up and do something, and we have to start talk to ourselves and not to others to say that we're talking to ourselves. We must talk to ourselves. We must start meet with ourselves and not meet when we're suffering. You understand? We have to meet and strategize and humble ourselves and develop trust, and so we can ultimately love each other. That we really do, but we don't show it because we're not in the same space, right? And we want to change them past to them to be shepherd. That's my goal anyway, right? And this day also in Uganda, right? Them a slap, kick and punch Uganda. Them a tear Uganda up. You understand? The British. Hey, the British them had enough rotted people them a fighting. Enough soldier, but they were backed by this gun. This gun, you understand, made them feel extraordinarily brave, the British, and then commit enough rotted crime, the British. And the International Criminal Court now hold them. I don't understand what happened. Me Too movement supposed to go all the way back there, so with all these black people, right, that dealing with diversity and everything. Them supposed to go all the way back there, so don't bother with the 70-something. Go all the way back to 1950 plus. You understand? So by the time you just do that, and you realize that you can go to 1795 and them time there and put Britain in court. And people see them nastiness, them evilness. You understand? And you little people are shout out Arab. You don't know what you're talking. You understand? It's not that there's not an Arab, but it's also me. You have to define who you're talking about. Right? Marcia. Guidance.
Cry, even tears, even my heart cries, but who cares? Who's fault?
Yeah, man. You see when Principal draw tune and I'm draw tune. So you see what now is that it's the first time in a long time we had a straight show that we recognize that it didn't have no hiccups and everything, right? But what we want people to tell you is that when them hear them something, let we know, cause it's not a gremlin, It's either that YouTubers say we outlast, we stay. You understand? Something. You understand? Something. So where I say channel, Brian, all of the people them enough respect and give thanks. And channel, boy, I tell you, man, musical spirituality, wow, that's an honor. I tell you, and I wish it was me selecting. Yes, Marcia. Oh, Marcia, my friend, man.
I'm missing you, I'm missing you. Dry cry, even tears, even my heart cries, but who cares? Whose fault's no one but myself. Things do happen, words can't explain. Beyond the human reasoning, with pain, people would spend time just for us to separate. They don't want to see us reach nowhere. Oh girl, and you know I care. Why does it have to be this way? Can't tell you go, can't tell you to stay. Oh, just one of those days, just one of those days. Am I too humble or ignorant? Things began to find nothing seems important. Oh, my girl had left me and gone. Doesn't want to see her in another room. The essence of her beauty and the charm, the perfume still linger. Oh damn, remember girl, where we coming from. Oh, I'm the one to whom you belong. Oh yeah, girl, you keep me strong. You and you alone, no other one. Why does it have to be this way? Can't tell you to go, can't tell you to stay. Just one of those days, just one of those days. It's looking to see you at my gate, listening to hear the phone rings by the fireplace. Now somewhere around.
Yes, Master. Yo, you see, on foot, right? We had Mugabe won independence Mugabe took lead, for Zimbabwe. You understand? I'm telling you. So we have to look at these things, man. We have to look at these days in Africa, on the continent. You know what I mean? Written by Africans, not written by the BBC and so forth. And we will start learning some things. And don't worry about them people that tell you say, because you're going to learn Amharic, Swahili and so forth and cause a disturbance. No, it will not. It will not. Because when we there go to school, them teach we what? Spanish, and then we come to England with them teach we French. You know what I'm saying? Oh gosh, man. English and French. So nobody was saying that we're not French. We just followed. We never know different. Our parents them never know no different. You understand? But the middle class of us, they did. So them children, them not learn a goddamn French, and some of them children did learn French and Spanish at a high level and so forth, and they become what? Ministers of government and so on. You know, it's them things that happen, right? We have to look also at how Africa got reformed and what liberation meant to the Africans and what it also meant to us, and how we worked very hard in the 60s to create this thing called the OAU and so forth, led by Nkrumah and His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I, right? And these things. These are very important things because we not disseminate these important things to our children. The generation that is here now, that's been transitioned in education and all stately affairs in this country, will lie to them. You understand? And that's why we have so much catastrophic problems, because we're not filtering proper information. We're not at Trump thing now. We're at proper information in relation to education. And we're not looking outside of the maze that they've put us within, if we recognize that they did create a maze and put us there, right? And so forth. We must make them know about a man called Steve Biko, and we must make them know that there's no person in a South Africa with all the killing and tragedies and the butchering of black people that is being charged for any form of atrocity. And this is the most despicable situation that's happened, one of the most despicable situations that's happened to us, right? And Desmond Tutu and people like that supported that reconciliation round the little dining room table and so forth. And all of the people that massacred we, not one of them, the people them who killed, murdered Steve Biko, all of them got cleared, right? And nobody was charged. So how him get dead? When him kill himself? You understand? And the majority of people from the ANC got rotten in prison and was killed before prison and then rotten in prison. The climax that them give with Mandela shut all of those things down, right? So some people attack South Africa today, making it seem like black people have done something remarkable. We have not. There's just some roast breadfruit and coconut running about in a place called the Parliament, like Planet of the Apes, running up and down and everything. But everything with the Boers and the British is as normal, right? And the class distinction is there to be seen, and them are run the capitalism, them are run the economy, and them take care of the stately affairs, right? Poverty is where the South Africa still is within from the day that Mandela was positioned to champion the ANC. Nothing changed. Stop let these people, them, these alleged artists and them thing there and talk rubbish to you. It's not true. Right? They're showing you that they like what the Boers and the British have established. Them not talking about townships them where the black people them live. The ones that have not sold out and they are not given their land and they're not given proper abort. Even by the people them that call themselves presidents, including Mandela and everyone else after him. You see? Okay. Know these things for yourself. Don't just listen to me. You understand? And others. Make your own research from the continent, not by way of BBC or any Europeanism. Africa have information technology also. You have to tune in. Okay. Give thanks, guidance, we're gone. Marcia, oh gosh, man, on Thursday.